Good afternoon and welcome to the Rakyat Times TV news. I am Jonathan Lim. Thousands showed up earlier this morning to pay their last respects to former Kelantan Menteri Besar Datuk Bentara Setia Nik Abdul Aziz Nikmat. The past spiritual leader passed away last night, an hour after he was sent back to his home in Kota Baru. He was 84 years old. Doctors had earlier taken him off respiratory support at the Hospital Science Malaysia in Kubang, Kerian. Present at the final prayers were Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib Razak, Pakatan Rakyat leaders Lim Guan Eng, Datuk Mustafa Ali and Lim Kit Siang. Nik Aziz was one of the strongest supporters of a past alliance with PKR and DAP, and the three parties ultimately formed the Pakatan Rakyat coalition. He leaves behind his wife Tuan Sabarah, Tuan Ishak and 10 children. The 1MDB debacle. A Malaysian insider report says that the country's debt-laden strategic investor, One Malaysia Development Berhad, 1MDB, has settled a 2 billion ringgit loan yesterday after billionaire Ananda Krishnan agreed to the bailout. According to sources, the banks involved received the money yesterday evening. This comes 6 days short of a default. Other sources have confirmed the 2 billion ringgit repayment for Trunk 2 of the 5.5 billion ringgit bridging loan to the relevant banks. 1MDB's advisory is chaired by Prime Minister and Finance Minister Datuk Sri Najib Razak. It has some 42 billion ringgit in total debt. It has been heavily criticized, notably by former PM Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad and former Finance Minister Tun Dayem Zainuddin. Moving on, a report in The Edge Review, an online subscriber magazine, says that with the removal of Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim from the scene, Prime Minister Najib Razak will now be open to greater criticism from within UMNO. In its latest edition, it said that criticism against Najib appears to be gaining steam. And this is despite the fact that many of his supporters believe that jailing Anwar would, on the contrary, strengthen the beleaguered UMNO president's position. Titled The Najib Dilemma, the review article says that the Prime Minister's supporters believe that with Anwar in jail, the opposition coalition, PR or Pakatan Rakyat, would collapse. They felt that PR was already at a weakened state after the open fights between PAS and its two partners, PKR and DAP. And that was the news from Rakyat Times TV. Have a brilliant weekend and we will see you next week.